Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Coach Jeff Demers, CoachJeffDemers.com. Today on the Motivated Mindset Podcast, I am doing a complete review of the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away Challenge. I've spent the last almost 40 days doing the challenge, and I figured I'd give you my honest review. Now, let me start this review off and just come right out and tell you that yes, I am a ClickFunnels user, and yes, I am a ClickFunnels affiliate. I've been using ClickFunnels software for about 3 years now. But here's the truth of it. While I was making payments to use the software, I never really did anything with it. I never really dove in and truly learned what it is to be a funnel builder, if you will. I've read, to be honest, skimmed through most of Russell Brunson's books. I've read the majority of Expert Secrets. I've read the majority of .com Secrets, which if you're watching on the live, you'll see them over my shoulder on the bookshelf if the microphone's not in the way. We are actually, we started a book club in the SMX Inner Circle where we have been actually diving in chapter by chapter or secret by secret into Russell Brunson's traffic secrets. We're actually on secret number 26 now, I think. So this is actually the very first book that I can say that once we finish, I have read page from beginning to end. So the cool thing is, though, is that not only will this be the first book that we've read basically from open to close, but this is the first book that we've actually been taking action on every single week and learning about traffic and whatnot. Now, this isn't to do a review of that book. If you want that book, I believe you can go to like trafficsecrets.com, pick that up. You just have to pay shipping for it. I'm not going to put an affiliate link out there for that. But that does bring me back to my reason for joining the One Funnel Away Challenge. If I can actually narrow down my recent years as an entrepreneur and kind of just give you one reason as to why maybe I'm not as successful as I want to be, it's because even with all the knowledge in the books, um maybe with all the knowledge that I got from watching, ClickFunnels YouTube videos or listening to marketing secrets from Russell Brunson, the one reason I'm not where I want to be, I can actually honestly say this, is because I never actually took action on what I learned. Um, People say that knowledge is power, and I'm actually going to go. I'm actually going to take that a little bit further, and I'm going to tell you that first off, knowledge is power is not exactly true. It's not 100% true. Um, but as I've said, I've read most of what Russell Brunson has put out there. We've attended the last couple funning or funnel hacking live events, excuse me, one virtual and the last one we actually went to down in Orlando. But the one thing that finally hit me at the event is it all comes down to taking action. So they say knowledge is power, but I'm going to add to that. I'm going to say applied knowledge is power. And that has a lot to do with this review today. One of the contacts that I actually made through the Orlando event was a guy named Shane Larson. And I made that contact because Shane, like me, is a sports guy. Got a pretty good podcast called The Game Time Guru. He's actually been on my show. Uh, at the same time, I'm trying to figure out how to launch my brand new sports media program called Sports Media X, which occasionally you'll see me wearing the brand, as I call it, the gear for Sports Media X. Shane's a sports guy, but he's also a ClickFunnels guy, and I reached out to him for advice on how to actually promote my program. Get some advice from somebody in the sports world, because what I've created is unique. It's not exactly out there. It's not one of those things that people like to share, even if they have their own sports media group or media group. A lot of times they don't want to share their secrets outside of their network, which is what I'm doing. So it's I'm kind of traveling, or not so much traveling the path less followed, but creating the path that nobody's really created before. So as I said, I asked him basically how he would promote my program, and that's when he told me that he's actually the challenge guy, if you will, for ClickFunnels, and has been running the One Funnel Away challenge for a few years now. He told me about the program and how it could help, and to be honest with you, I jumped in. Um, Now this challenge is for many different people that I've found. It's for people that have a product and need to know how to use a funnel to promote and sell it. It's for people who are affiliate marketers like me. In the past, I've done a lot of affiliate network marketing. So I was very curious in that aspect as well of what the challenge could do. And it's also for those who want to create their own business, building funnels for other companies, or maybe they don't have a product yet, but they want to know more about funnels and how to use them. So there's many different people that can actually go into this challenge and get results. So what's in the challenge, and maybe how do you get started? So this challenge comes on like maybe two different levels. All right. The first is the DIY, the do it yourself approach. This comes with over 30 days broken down by the day of an online video lesson, followed by your homework for the day through your available workbooks that they offer. The DIY approach, if you will, also comes with facilitator training. This is basically a Zoom call where you go over the homework, and then depending on the size of the group, you'll jump into like maybe a breakout group of 4 or 5 people to actually do the homework and give your answers to the work, or show the work that you had to do for the homework. The facilitator calls can go on anywhere from like 30 minutes up to an hour. Here's your daily video with Russell. Here's Ben, for example, breaking down the lesson, and then back to your facilitator to go into the breakout groups to do your homework, or at least get it started. So it's basically somebody that's there to walk you through the stuff that you can do on your own. All right. And this is the type of training, again, with a facilitator. It actually lasts about 4 weeks, with a couple bonus videos for the last couple days, which is why I said that it goes a little over 30 days. It's like 32 or 33 days, something like that total. All right. And then so you've got the DIY, but then you basically have the do it with you method, the DIWY method. And this comes with VIP coaching. Um, you'll still be in a group environment for this, but this is a group where you can go into a Zoom with an actual VIP coach. And this is in addition to the DIY approach. You still have your daily homework. You'll have one Zoom in the day to go over the homework, and then you'll have another Zoom for the VIP. It's not the same meeting. The goal in this is to basically have a fully functioning funnel, complete with the ability to perform lead generation, email marketing, order bumps, OTOs, one-time offers, sales pages, order forms, and confirmation pages. The timeline for this to happen is to go from basically no funnel or no idea of what a funnel is to launching your funnel to the world and taking orders in your first 30 days. It is a lot of work. I'm going to be honest. It took me 31 days. They say 30 days. It took me actually 31 days. And my delay wasn't actually based on the skills that I learned. My delay was kind of overthinking the negative thoughts in my mind. I had to understand that the first rule, done is better than perfect. So get your funnel done. Make sure it works. That's the key. The second is something that they don't really say, but it's something that I say, and that's no one's opinion of you can become your reality. That's actually a quote from one of my favorite motivational speakers. His name is Les Brown. And one of the things that was going through my mind, even though I know the quote, even though I preach the quote, occasionally the thoughts jump in your mind. Well, what if somebody doesn't like this, or what if I try something else? So I took a couple days in there. I would say I lost a couple days of work because these thoughts were going through my mind. So like if I was on like an old school typewriter trying to put this thing together, you would have just a mountain of crumpled up pieces of paper, just and crumple it up and throw it in the corner. And that's where I was at for a few days with my funnel going into the final steps before launch, because I started to let those negative thoughts get into my mind. Again, this is the first time I've really built something towards my brand that can get real results. So as we got closer to the launch date, started to get nervous. And I think that's just natural, but those are also feelings that can be overcome. It's actually one of the main things that we talk about on the Motivated Mindset podcast. We bring people in that basically is just not to steal this motto, but it's just do it, or maybe just get it done, right? Like done is better than perfect. Um, don't shoot for perfection, shoot for progress. Progress for me after 30 days, I have a fully functioning funnel, right? For to get signups for my Launch Your Sports Brand Challenge. So, and my first challenge is actually going to be on the 19th. So I'm actually taking signups for them now, but I have the funnel, I have the workflows, I have everything set up. Okay. Which is a long ways from where I was on January 1st this year. I set some pretty big goals for our business. And I say our business, me, myself, my girlfriend, Marnie Tisdale, we have our own company called No Boss, No Rush LLC, which covers e-commerce, a lot of e-commerce, my coaching programs and whatnot. But yeah, we set some pretty big goals. And the first one that I set is to make the 2 Comma Club Award by August 1st. And for those of you watching to the live version, you'll see I put a yellow piece of paper from my legal pad on the wall. I was just going to put a post-it, but the post-it wasn't big enough to really see what it was. So if you can't see it, or if you can't see it because you're listening to the podcast, it says space reserved for the 2CC award. So I'm following one of my techniques to speak your world into existence along with this challenge, that I'm going to get the 2 Comma Club award. It may not be with my first funnel, it may not be with my next funnel, but I believe that funnels are the way, which is another reason why this challenge is important to me. So here's how do I want to say this? While I'm probably not going to get the 2CC award with my very first challenge, um, I believe that it is a step in the right direction based on the coaching that I had and based on where I was as of the first. Again, the OFA challenge, one funnel away challenge, got me to take the most important step, and that is to take action. The answer to the past question of why I wasn't at a certain level of success in my business is because I didn't take action. I've done more probably in the last 43 days of 2024 than I have in the last 3 years of my business. And that's a little harsh on myself because I put in a lot of work, but just because you're doing busy work doesn't mean you're doing the right work. And that's why this challenge was important to me. In the last 43 days, I went from having a product with zero idea how to promote it to building my very first challenge funnel. And I'm actually teaching my very first, again, free Launch Your Sports Brand Challenge on February 19th. If you want to sign up for that, that's awesome. It's for people in the sports world or people that want to build their own sports media brand. Message me after. But for right now, the important thing is I got the funnel up. I got it done in 30 days. I haven't even finished with the lessons yet for the challenge, but the funnel is done. The products are done for the upgrade, the bonuses, the workflows, which I didn't even know honestly were a thing on January 1st. They're done. And I'm now having people sign up for my very first challenge. I finished the entire OFA challenge just 5 days ago, and I'm using the free challenge to promote my monthly course and coaching programs. So, just to give you an idea of how fast your business can move forward, January 1st, no clue what direction I was going in. I knew I wanted to move forward. I knew it had to have something to do with this funnel world that I've been creeping around for the last couple of years, but I didn't know how, right? I knew the what. I knew it had to be funnels just based on what I've learned. Because again, I'm taking in all this knowledge and it's coming in from Russell Brunson and it's funnels and funnels and funnels and funnels. And I'm like, I have no clue which one to use or how to put it together. All right. So the OFA challenge helped me gain a clearer vision of the path that I'm on for 2024. And again, it helped me take massive action. Again, today is February 12th. On January 1st, I had nothing. February 12th, I'm a week away from launching my very first challenge with a complete funnel. And all my products are done, which, by the way, half the products like bonuses that I'm giving away for my challenge weren't even created. I came up with these ideas during the challenge. So all the extra, so the challenge and the extra value that was created behind it all came from being a part of this challenge. So what's actually in this challenge and what does it take to sign up? First, ClickFunnels is actually back to running a new OFA program. OFA, again, One Funnel Away Challenge, every Monday. So if you wanted to actually get started as soon as next week, you can. So that is important because for those of you that were like me and didn't take action, oh, I can put it off until then. I can put it off until then. I can put it up until then. Well, now you can actually take action, massive action, as Tony Robbins likes to say. Sign up for your challenge, and it starts as soon as this coming Monday, right? So if you're already a ClickFunnels user, the DIY part of the challenge is free. All right. And if you want to upgrade to the VIP coaching, which I highly recommend, it only costs you a one-time payment of $100. I can personally say that spending the $100 for the VIP coaching is by far the best $100 I've invested in pretty much any business opportunity that I've had in my last 8 years as an entrepreneur. You have live access to, as a successful VIP coach who is successful using ClickFunnels, by the way, anything that you need help on. You can go into these, raise your hand, right? They have a button that's raise your hand, or you put the question into the question threads. You can say something like, I don't understand how to make my opt-in page work. And they'll return with, well, okay, let's share your screen and walk through it. I don't understand how to create my product inside of ClickFunnels. Well, let's walk you through it, and I'll even show you how to add it to your order form. I don't understand how to upload my YouTube video to my sales page. Great. Let me walk you through how. How. That's the important thing. I had no clue how, and that's what I knew what, right? I knew the what. I knew you got to do a funnel. Great. Awesome. How? Well, okay. Now I know how, which is absolutely phenomenal. Here's one of the cool things about the VIP calls, though. There are 2 of them each day, Monday through Friday. So if you don't get your question answered the first one, because they are on for a limited time, usually about an hour, jump on the second one, and they'll remember you. Like, hey, Jeff, I didn't get to you in the first one. I'm going to take you your first on this call. Your first on this call, which is awesome. And they do that, right? Next, you have access to the VIP Facebook group, where again, you can go in and ask questions. Not only are there people in there that are going through the current challenge, but there are people that have been through this challenge and are really kicking butt, and they are in there to help answer other people's questions, right? I love that. Now, that's if you're a ClickFunnels user. If you're not a ClickFunnels user, let's say you're using another software, which is fine, right? You can still get into the OFA challenge, the DIY method, do it yourself method for just $100. And to be clear, it's not called the DIY method. It's just something that I use to separate from the daily trainings that are inside the marketing secrets area, your one funnel away challenge area where you get your lessons, your videos, your workbook, and so on and so forth, and separating that from the actual VIP calls where you can get help. It's basically your tutor. Okay. So I call it the DIY method. All right. So you can actually go in, you pay the $100 to, this is if you're not a ClickFunnels user, you just pay the $100 to get into the challenge. Then you pay another $100 to upgrade to VIP. You say, oh, that's $200. If your business, if your opportunity to change your life is not worth $200, what are you doing? More importantly, why are you doing it? It's $200, but I'm going to give you an extra bonus for this, right? Anybody that jumps in as a VIP, and this is whether you're a ClickFunnels user or you're not a ClickFunnels user, once you sign up for VIP, you are always VIP. And as long as you maintain your VIP status, which means you don't ask for a refund or you don't get kicked out of the groups for like spamming your links and trying to sell people inside the groups, right? That's not what it's there for. They're there to help you build, not acquire your customers. They'll show you how to get customers, not inside the group. Excuse me. But here's the cool part. So it's kind of the best piece for last. And again, I have gone through the VIP challenge. I kind of just talked about this, but I want to make sure that I hammer this in. It cost me an additional $100 to get into the VIP for the OFA challenge. I've been done with my challenge for 5 days. I took a few days off outside of the groups, but because I'm VIP, all I had to do was go ahead and click the button in the email that says to go to meeting, and I was right back in the VIP tutoring, the VIP meetings, the village VIP facilitator meetings, whatever you want to call it. And I can go in there 5 days after mine ended and be like, hey, I need help with this. I didn't ask for help. I just wanted to go back in and check, see who was still in there. There's actually a couple people from my group that were back in there asking questions on how to take their funnels to the next step, which was really, really cool. So I love that. My overall honest review, the OFA challenge helped me do exactly what it said it would do. I launched my first funnel. This challenge got me to do the one thing that kept me from moving forward in the past, and that was to take action. If you show up every day, you have no choice but to take action. Not only are you being held accountable by the coaches in there, but you are amongst other people who are cheering you on, right? And they expect to see more. Like they want to see when you launch your funnel. They want to help share your funnel, right? They may not become a customer of yours because that's not what they're there for. But the support in this group is absolutely freaking amazing. And that's for every single group. All right. I have made like just in 30 days, I probably made a half a dozen friends, people that I can honestly call friends now, and I'm supporting their brand. They're supporting me. It is a really good place to be, right? That's one of the biggest things, is the community that you are a part of. Is there different software out there to build funnels? Absolutely. But there is nobody out there that has proven to help their people get results year after year after year after freaking year than ClickFunnels. There aren't. They can't. They're too new, right? Most of these new companies out there just launched last year, right? They're not filling an event room of 5,000 people. They can barely fill up a Zoom room. And I'm not there to talk down about them. If I was, I would actually name names, but I'm not. I'm here to tell you that ClickFunnels is the number one funnel building community out there. And this challenge, the OFA challenge, is just another piece of proof, another piece of evidence that you put before the court that says we can help you do this. January 1st, I got nothing. February 12th, I'm a week away from launching my challenge, my very first challenge, and I'm already signing people up. That's 43 days. Nothing, first challenge, ready to sign people up, ready to get people into my continuity program. I have a course that I'm selling at the end of the free challenge, which, by the way, I also needed help from ClickFunnels to do. Done. It is done. The class is set up. The course is set up inside my account. Like, everything is done. So whatever path works for you, the key lesson in all of this is to take action. If you're serious about learning how to build your brand or your income in 2024, then the One Funnel Away Challenge is for you. Yes, I'm reading this, but these are off of my notes. I'm actually reading the blog that I put together, which is on coachjeffdemers.com, or will be momentarily. So if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to sign up for the next challenge. If you're watching this inside my blog, a website, by the way, built inside of ClickFunnels, and they are not a website building company. I still built a website with them, which is freaking awesome. That should tell you more about them. So if you're on my page, click the button below the video. And if you're watching this in the Facebook group, I'll include the link in the comments to join. Again, decide which path you want to go through, as far as you want to do the DIY method, you want to do the DIY plus the VIP, you want to do the free 30 days, 30-day trial. Oh, which, by the way, I didn't even mention that, right? So if you don't want to spend if you're not currently a ClickFunnels user, they give you a free 30-day trial. And if you jump into the free 30-day trial, then you can get into the challenge and upgrade for just $100. You should have a funnel launched in 30 days if you're willing to take action. That part I can't help you with. Hopefully I'll see you in the VIP groups. Until then, I mean, here's to your success in 2024. Let's do this.